I'll put you out of your misery. Better me than some other street. What?
Why you gotta be shoving
see me
people?
in front of you? You don't push me. You got that, bro? You never fucking push me! Hey! Dude! Hands off! No! No! No, my God!
Pyro, talk about T Martin and Pro Syndicate.
Talk about the CSGO Lotto scandal.
Yes, I have heard about the CSGO betting scandal between T Martin and Pro Syndicate, or as the internet now likes to address them both, loser and the most annoying intro mankind has ever witnessed.
What's going on, guys? T-Mart here.
What's going on, guys? Team Martin here.
Now, at this point in time, this topic is pretty much dead. Both T Martin and Pro Syndicate are probably rotting in a cell in southern Australia. But because I'm extremely unoriginal and my channel revolves around leeching off popular topics to stay afloat, I feel that I'm just gonna give my opinion on the whole situation. Like I stated just 15 seconds prior, this topic is pretty much dead. It's been milked to absolute death. But to the two people left that genuinely have no idea what's going on, who probably spend their time watching Minecraft Let's Plays and believe that Stomedy is an Oscar-nominated actor. Imagine their career, their YouTube career, as a bedsheet in a hotel. Perfectly clean, and the recent actions they've taken, or forgot to mention, which is more specific, has left a big dirty cum stain on that bedsheet, forever tarnishing their perfect career. The reason why these two are in so much shit is because they advertise CSGO gambling sites, which honestly doesn't sound inherently bad. Pretty much everyone at this point is sponsored to some extent. Most YouTubers get more income from sponsorships than they do ad revenue from the videos themselves. So what's the problem? The problem is these two sponsored a website very frequently called CSGO Lotto, and these two failed to disclose that they were part of the company, which isn't only immoral, it's also completely illegal. Now, the majority of you are probably thinking, that's not too bad, you know, they only failed to disclose it, it's not really that important. Well, the problem is they've definitely made a conscious effort to never address it on purpose. T Martin, even in one video saying how CSGO Lotto contacted them, basically playing dumb and acting like he had no idea what CSGO Lotto was, even though he was a big part of the company.
Now, what I was talking about earlier, I want to talk to you guys about at the end of the video. I've been starting to bet a little bit more. Like Brock, like obviously you guys know he loves betting. He's posted a ton of betting videos on his channel and stuff. And he's been hitting me up. And we found this new site called CSGO Lotto. So I'll link it down in the description if you guys want to check it out. But we were betting on it.
Basically, in the most shortest, simplest terminology imaginable, these two fucked up. They fucked up extremely bad. And not only is their YouTube career on the line, they may even face serious jail time, up to 5 to 10 years, so I've been told. These two aren't just your everyday average YouTuber, they're brands. Each one of their channels has millions upon millions of subscribers, so they're incredibly well known and influential. And at this point in time, literally everyone on the internet is breathing down their neck. Everyone is trying to expose them. Some are trying to set up a lawsuit, and others are just repeating what other people have said for YouTube. That's me. Fuck. Now, the problem is with this whole situation, it's a complete fucking mess. And it's not only these two that are involved. It's a whole web at this point of people trying to expose each other. Others trying to come out clean before they're exposed by someone else. It's a real mess at this point. And the only way to explain it properly with some clarity is to go back to where it all began. And there's no better place to start than Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, sometimes abbreviated to CSGO.
Nice smoke fucking idiot! I am AP fucking noob AMP! Nice smoke fucking noob!
Sometimes abbreviated to Counter-Strike Russian Offensive, is an incredibly successful You know what, actually, if I need to explain to you what Counter-Strike is, you should start watching the video. Everyone's fucking... You know Leafy? You know when he does that surf gameplay that he does like 90% of his video? Yeah, that's CSGO, okay? Just imagine that in your head. It's not really CSGO, but just imagine that, okay? Simply as possible. Now, on CSGO, you've got an economy with skins, which is like pretty much in every single other game now. The skins don't give you any kind of advantage. They just look nice. I mean... Honestly, they're incredibly fucking impractical. Really, you'd want to get something like a P250 sand dune, as it kind of blends in with the environment. Not a fucking P90 Asimov, which is very flashy, doesn't really blend in. You'll probably get killed, and I own one. Fucking hell. So the economy in CSGO is skins, and these can range from anything to a couple of cents to thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, for long-time viewers of my channel, you may have heard me address the skin insanity quite a fair bit, and honestly, I made a skin insanity video, and a lot of what I said applies to this video as well. In short, the skin insanity is basically a disease. No one knows whether it's airborne, bloodborne, or something the government put in the water. The skin insanity itself manifests in individuals by giving them an unquenchable thirst to obtain every single skin in the game Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Each individual tries to obtain the skins in their own unique way. Some will steal their dad's credit card and attempt to gamble all of his earnings to get more CSGO skins and further feeding the insanity, while other individuals purposely overreact on a Twitch stream in an attempt to get the money back they lost betting on the skins. And to the few individuals that have no means to feed the skin insanity, they devolve into something we like to call Stomedy.
Guess who it is? Guess again. Wrong! It's Stomedy!
Now hear me out. I don't have a problem with gambling or betting as long as two things, right? Firstly, it's clean. Secondly, you're at the age where you're self-aware. Under 18, it's a no-go, really. You really should not be betting under the age of 18 because you'll be a lot less cautious with your money. You just have a lot less self-awareness as a whole, and you'll end up spending more money. And to be honest, it's probably not even your money, it's your mum or dad's credit card. And in that video, I address pretty much everything with CSGO betting, all of its positives and negatives. I addressed how people on YouTube videos and on streams overreact to shit on purpose, but then again, that's not really a problem because overreacting as a whole has been a major thing in any kind of media. Like, for example, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they all purposely overreact in their videos. I overreact in my videos. I form a persona. It's a totally normal thing. It's not really worth calling someone out on, but unfortunately, it's a lot worse than minor stuff like that. Now, as I've mentioned, the CSGO economy is fucking massive. There is a mint in the amount of skins, people investing, all this stuff. There's a huge amount of betting sites, gambling sites that have sprouted up, where people have the opportunity to bet their skins and hopefully get something in return. Now, a lot of people say this isn't betting because, you know, it's skins, it's not worth real money, and to an extent, I can see where people are coming from because, for example, if you get money from selling a skin, that's just Steam currency. You can't exchange that for real life money, but funnily enough, you actually can. There are specific websites out there that will take your skins and trade them in for real world money. So it isn't just a Steam currency. So yes, your skins can be translated into real currency for whatever country or whatever economy you use. So the argument saying that it's just virtual money, that's pretty much void. And as most of you probably know at this point, the majority of people that have CSGO in gameplay or feature it, they do a lot of betting or sponsorships. And a lot of you probably know as well that a huge amount of YouTubers actually sponsor these Counter-Strike gambling or betting sites, like for example CSGO Wild, Skinsanity, and of course CSGO Lotto. That one is very, very important because CSGO Lotto is where the breaking point of this whole exposure and scandal really stemmed from. So as I've said prior in the video, you know about T Martin and Syndicate, how they both sponsored this site to absolute shit. They acted like they weren't involved and they were just bit players, had no affiliation with the site, and the site actually reached out to them. They failed to disclose that they were actually owners of the site. And of course, by not disclosing this information, you are inadvertently breaking Federal Trade Commission laws. And the thing is, CSGO Lotto is only a small bit player in this massive scandal of YouTubers and content creators not establishing that they are part of the company or have even been involved in some rigged videos. Quite recently, another YouTuber called Psy Syndicate has made multiple videos exposing himself for taking part in videos that were totally rigged. He states himself that these videos were rigged and primed so he would win them, he would fake a reaction, both parties would benefit. The site would obviously get its advertisement from people thinking that they could win big and go on the site, and Psy Syndicate would get whatever winnings were rigged to him and maybe some other cash on the side, who knows.
And it's pretty fucking simple. This video was rigged, it's annotated, and that video was rigged. Both those videos were rigged. But let's talk about that a bit. Okay, so first of all, Steam Lotto, which of course is a website which sponsors both of those videos, is not going to want me to save its stuff, but nonetheless, those videos were both rigged in terms of what I got out of each video for Dragon Law, and out of the Medusa one, a Karambit Ruby, which is in my inventory right now. That was it. It was all CSGO items, which is still in total about $3,200 or so worth of CSGO items.
Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, do I personally think they deserve the amount of flack they're getting, the amount of hate? Honestly, no. They really do. What they've done is incredibly slimy and manipulative, and they purposely manipulated fans. T Martin himself uploaded a video basically trying to say sorry that you didn't understand things. In a sense, indirectly blaming the viewers for his failed manipulation. Oh, as a side note as well, it took me fucking ages to find a re-upload that someone didn't tamper with. I swear to God, I downloaded the original video and someone literally put a fucking filter in it and bass distortion.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna try to make this as short and sweet as possible.
But back to what I was saying, they don't really deserve the amount of hate. I think it needs to be left alone now. If they have to face any kind of federal or court charges, then let them face it. Giving them constant hate isn't really going to do anything productive. They've messed up and they are fully aware of it, even if they care on an emotional level or not. I'm sure the two of them are going through incredible amounts of stress at the moment because they've done something incredibly wrong and they probably will be punished for it. But you taking to Twitter or YouTube telling them to kill themselves or anything derogatory, you're really not helping the situation at all. It's 1 versus 1,000. If you have a one-to-one person on a debate, then that's fair. If you have 1,000 people all shouting and screaming at one individual, that's totally not fair. They're given no platform to defend themselves. Now, I understand why the majority of you may be angry, like for example T Martin's Bart Simpson chalkboard apology. It was really half-assed and he literally used his dog in the video as some kind of manipulation tool. Now, me personally, I don't really think he used that as a manipulation tool, but in retrospect, the problem is with people, if you don't like someone, you will make a flaw out of them, even if there isn't one. A lot of people watch that video disliking T Martin inadvertently, so they saw the dog and read it as an instant manipulation tool. This is what we do as people. We pick apart what we don't like, and if we don't like a person, then we will literally pick apart every single part of their body, even if there's not really much to pick at in the first place. But to be fair, T Martin should have just left the dog out of the video. It did look quite manipulative, and I can see why people would say that.
Cooper, I have no idea how I'm gonna record this video, dude.
In conclusion, there is a lot of corruption in the CSGO community, pretty much with every gambling community ever, but with CSGO, it's become extremely apparent. Both Pro Syndicate and T Martin fucked up, and they fucked up pretty bad, and unfortunately, they're going to be at the wrath of the law because of that. Now what I'm going to do is, I'll leave you with a video that my good friend Zaptai made, summarizing the whole situation.
YouTube 101. If you want to give your opinion on something, be it controversial or otherwise, go for it. Just be aware of the fact that maybe you'll get a little bit of backlash. However, in some cases, you might have some biases that you need to make clear. If that's the case, make sure you do it like this.
Myself, I have used CSGO Wild, and yes, I am sponsored by CSGO Wild, and I've stated that in 2 videos I've made about it, so I'm absolutely clear here, okay? But I have used CSGO Wild way before I was sponsored on it, and I've never had any problem.
Nfuckers made sure to disclose the fact that he was indeed involved in gambling and had been sponsored by somebody before. So if you want to take his opinion with a grain of salt, you're welcome to. However, he disclosed that information to you. Now, make sure you don't do it like this.
And we found this new site called CSGO Lotto, so I'll link it down in the description if you guys want to check it out. But we were betting on it today, and I won a pot of like $69 or something like that, so it's a pretty small pot. It was like the coolest feeling ever. And
These two made sure to completely lie about their connections with these things and did not make their biases clear. Not only did they not make their biases clear, but also their possible advantages, so their opinion, by nature, is going to be skewed. Opinions, by nature, are controversial. You're gonna have people not too happy with you when you express one that's maybe a bit different from theirs. Take Batman v Superman, for instance. If you like that movie, that's perfectly fine. If you dislike that movie, that's perfectly fine. But saying that someone who dislikes it is stupid because they didn't get it is ridiculous. And saying someone liked it because they're stupid and thought that the movie was smarter than it is also ridiculous. Opinions are just opinions, people. Stop being assholes about them.
Excuse me, bitch. On your ass next time. No!
Why does everyone in this game sound like psychic pebbles? Has no one noticed this?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good move, jackass. Come on now, dickweed.
Wait, he's alive? What?